If you're new to cruising and you're going on a cruise, this video is for you. Hi, my name is Shannon. I've been cruising for a bit. I started cruising a long time ago and did not have much information before I went. And there's a lot of things I wish I would have known that first time. And then I started cruising again recently after my kids were grown, and again was trying to find information about what to expect on that first cruise. So hopefully I can help you out with some information. I've got about 8 things that I want to cover to help you get started if you're planning your first cruise and what to do as you're getting ready. So if this sounds like something that it would be helpful or interesting to you, welcome aboard. So one of the things that I wanted to do was put a few things together to help you be more prepared before you go on your first cruise. The first thing is that's really helpful is to download the app. So most recently, my family and I started cruising on Royal Caribbean. Really like and enjoy Royal Caribbean. They have a lot to offer for a lot of different people. And they have this amazing app. So on that app, it goes over all kinds of different things that can be really helpful the weeks or months leading up to your cruise. One of the things that Royal Caribbean does is they have sales frequently on the dining packages, the drink packages, and excursions. And so a lot of that you want to pick out before you even go on that first day for your cruise. You have that all planned out and figured out ahead of time. The other thing is that they have sales oftentimes that are really great deals. So you can also, there's a lot of controversy about this, but you can also use non-Royal Caribbean groups to do your excursions. So we've done excursions with the cruise line and without the cruise line. We've had great experiences both times, or with either or. So one of the things with the app is that it will list out all the excursions that are going to be available with whatever ports you're going to. And then you can just choose, or you can price shop for an outside company and do that. So the way that the cruise line kind of pulls you in to get their excursions is that if anything happens and you're late, the cruise ship will wait for you if it's booked through the cruise line. So many times people will book through the cruise line because that's kind of scary. However, if you're doing a shorter excursion, then going first thing in the morning, doing that excursion, come back, you still have a few hours before you have to be back to the ship. It's plenty of time. And so that's what we've done when we've used an outside group to book an excursion. The other thing is the drink packages. So with Royal Caribbean, and this is true of a lot of the other cruise lines too, there's certain things that are going to be included in the price of your cruise, like lemonade or tea, some of the juices, coffee, basic coffee. And so you may want to get a drink package. So they'll have anything from the soda package, which they'll have these soda machines. You can choose from a variety of different sodas that they give you a cup. You get like a souvenir cup that you can get as much soda as you want. The other is the refresher package, which lets you have a little bit more, like mocktails and specialty coffee drinks, some of the like fresh squeezed juice, things like that. I think also in the spa you can get smoothies. You also can get some milkshakes at one of the restaurants. So there's different things that you can get with that refresher package. And then there's the alcohol package. And so with that package, you can get anything. The mocktails, the specialty coffees, cocktails, wine, If it goes over a certain price, then you have to make up the difference on that. So most people will get the that one of those packages so that they're not having to pay a bill at the end. So you can get those on sale, and if you buy it at one price, what we've been able to do is if we buy it at one price and it goes on a better sale, we can get our money back from the first one and then repurchase it at the lower sale price. So that's what I've done. I've done that with excursions as well. So the drink packages and the excursions are a couple things that you might want to figure out ahead of time. There's also an internet package that you can decide if you want internet or not. Personally, I think one of the things that I really like about cruising is that I'm cut off from the world. It is so nice to not be attached to my phone while I'm on a cruise. So it makes me really feel like I'm on vacation. So I really, really like that. So I'm less likely to get an internet package, but I know a lot of people have wanted it, or they have small children at home and they want to be able to check on them and things like that. Our phone company, we're able to connect during the port stops. So that's what I've always done is at port, I'll connect and check in, make phone calls if I need to. I don't know if all phone plans are like that, but ours is okay with that. You want to make sure, though, that when you do get on that cruise, you put your phone on airplane mode, because you are going to pay a hefty price if you leave your phone on while you're on that cruise, have it roaming while it's out there in the ocean. Not a good idea. So the other thing that you can do ahead of time is also looking at dining packages. So a lot of the Royal Caribbean ships will have specialty dining. It's an option for you. You don't have to go to specialty dining. For me personally, I'm pretty happy with the main dining room. I would be just fine just eating at the main dining room and the buffet. My husband, he likes to be able to explore a little bit more and do specialty dining. And there you can get like all you can eat specialty dining. We did a three dining package the last time. And many times that I've cruised, I haven't done a specialty dining at all and just went to the main dining room. And so that's been just fine for me. One thing that I feel like is really important to say too is that I didn't realize when I first went cruising, the very first time I was only 22, I had this incredible opportunity to go to Italy and Greece, and we did I think it was a 5-night cruise to the Greek islands in Turkey. And what a lot of people didn't, what I didn't know, actually not a lot of people, but what I didn't know is that many people dressed up. And at that time, I think I was on a different cruise line. Royal Caribbean isn't like this, but you had to have, if you were a woman, you had to have a dress or a skirt to go into the main dining room. And so I did not realize that, and I had one skirt. So I had to wear that every single night in the main dining room. So it was annoying. But the rules of dress code are so much more relaxed today than what they used to be. So when you're going to the main dining room, you may want to dress up a little bit, but you don't have to dress up a lot. So that was something that I wish I would have known the first time I went cruising. I had no idea that there would be a dress code when I went in there. The other thing is looking at being able to check in. And checking in for your cruise happens around 6 weeks with Royal Caribbean. So you check in and you get on the app, and you can check in on the app. You take a picture of yourself. And then once you do that check-in, you can pick what time you want to show up at the port that day. So I like to get the early time, so I'm super excited to check in, and I will stay up very late into the night and wait for midnight, and then I'll check in so I get that early check-in time. Some people say they prefer not to do that early check-in time because there's so many people and they just come in later. There's also a waiting period for what time you can get into your room. And so sometimes people will delay that check-in so that they can get their luggage into their room right away. For me, I just bring a carry-on. I drop my luggage with the porters and I bring a carry-on. So I'll share a little bit about what I bring on that carry-on, but for now, I'm just checking in. So I check in and get that time, make sure I have all my documents. I do have a passport, but we've also cruised with just a birth certificate and have been just fine when we're cruising in the US. If you're leaving from the US and coming back to the US, you should be able to use your birth certificate, but you want to make sure it has the raised seal. So, but now we have passports, and that's really, really easy to get in with passport. So the other thing is a couple weeks before your cruise, you'll want to print your luggage tags, and you'll be able to get that with your set sail pass, print your luggage tags, and get those on your luggage. So you can purchase some plastic sleeves. We've just stapled ours on before. It's really not that big of a deal, but it is helpful to have them printed out ahead of time, and then you can just drop your luggage off. The only time maybe you wouldn't want to do that right away would be if you're flying to the port, so that things don't get lost or messed up with your luggage in the airport. You can wait and put your luggage tags on when you get closer to the port. One of the benefits that I have right now is that I live very close to Galveston, and so we are in driving distance to the port, so I love that. The other thing that is really, really helpful ahead of time, making sure you have those documents, making sure you've printed and attached your luggage tags, that you have your check-in time, and then it's time to show up to the port. And so on cruise day, you're going to drop your luggage with the porters. I usually tip a couple of dollars per bag for the porters, and then our luggage will go to our room later on in the afternoon before we set sail. So one of the things that's really helpful is to have a carry-on bag. So that's one of the things that that I do, is I bring a backpack or some sort of bag with some things that I can have while I'm on the cruise ship, but before I can get into my room. Plus, there's some things on there that you're going to want in your carry-on that's going to just be smart. You know, like valuables, jewelry, money, things like that, your documents. You know, if you take medication, you want to have that in your carry-on. I always make sure I have a bathing suit in there. I also want to make sure that I have my creamer, because I like my creamer. So I bring individual serve creamers with me so that I can put that in my coffee. So once we get there, drop our luggage to the porters, we park, go through security, make sure that we have all our documents with us, and then once we're through security, then we can get our first photo. And so I always do that. I always get that first photo. And then you can start doing the muster drill online. So years ago, you used to have to do that muster drill on the ship, and now you can do that muster drill online, which is so nice. And then you have a meetup place to finish it, and then they just check you in. But you gotta do, that's the first thing I do. I get on that ship and I do that muster drill, because I want everything that I have to do to be done so that I can enjoy my vacation. So I don't know, what do you first do when you get on that cruise ship? You know, what do you all like to do? I'm business first. Like, let's get this out of the way, and then I'm gonna get a fruity drink, because that's the next thing. It makes me feel like I'm on vacation. So I like to explore the ship. I want to be there for the set sail party. I want to, bon voyage party. I want to be there for that as well. So, so that's a little bit about what I like to do to get set up, prepared before vacation. And I do have, I make some lists. I make sure I'm packed ahead, make sure I have a good carry-on. Royal Caribbean lets you bring like wine or soda or, I wouldn't want to bring waters, but you can bring some of those things in your carry-on as well. So those are some of the things that I make sure that I do to prepare. But most of all, I just want to be able to enjoy my vacation. So I hope this was helpful. Please like or subscribe, and I've got more information coming out very soon. And hopefully this information is just what you need to be able to have a great cruise. Have a great day.